Hey guys, it's me, Seren, back with another video. So before I get into this video, I have to show you guys how hype I am. Because my hair is officially long enough for me to be able to pin it with bobby pins. Look guys, look. I have like an almost little bob. Like I can actually, it's actually long enough that I could like braid. I could like braid it if I want. Like look at this shit. Look! And I could like pin it. I have like an almost bob happening. I have an almost bob happening. That is just so intense. That's just so intense for me personally. Like, what? Anyways, yeah, so today's hidden figure is one that I'm actually really excited to be talking about. So Lucy Hicks Anderson, who is actually a pioneer figure in trans culture. She was born in 1886 and she died in 1954. And one of you guys suggested her. I don't know which one of you it was, but whoever it was, thank you so much. And a lot of you guys have also asked for Marsha P. Johnson, who I will definitely be doing a video on before the month is up. But the reason why and I had heard of Marsha P. Johnson, but I had not heard of Lucy Hicks Anderson. And the reason why I love this suggestion and why I also love the suggestion of Marsha P. Johnson is because you have this like narrative of like, oh my gosh, people are gay, they're trans, you know, they're embroiled in these identity politics, the way that we talk about them nowadays, and it's because of the TV and the movies and the music that we're listening to, and we're bombarded with this and with that, and then it's like, well, but actually, like, this shit like goes back, like Lucy Hicks Anderson was born in 1886. So we're talking about like 19th century. Like this is not like some new shit that people just like made up because it's like 2017. So thank you to whoever suggested Lucy Hicks Anderson. I think this is going to be a really important hidden figure. And I kind of just wanted to say that before I kind of get into telling you guys a little bit about this woman's life. And like I said, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, have I heard of Marsha P. Johnson? But I have heard of her, but I am also going to be doing definitely a Hidden Figures video on her. So Lucy Hicks Anderson lived as a woman in Oxnard, California from 1920 until 1945, when it was discovered that she was biologically male. Today, she might be described as a transgender person, but that term did not exist during her lifetime. Although she did not refer to herself as a transgendered person, she insisted publicly that a person could appear to be of one sex but actually belong to the other. Tobias Lawson was born in Waddy, Kentucky in 1886, and when Lawson entered school, she insisted on wearing dresses and began calling herself Lucy. Her mother took her to a physician, and the doctor advised her mother to rear Lucy as a girl. Wow. Lucy left school at the age of 15 to work as a domestic, and when she was in her 20s, she moved west, settling in Pecos, Texas, where she worked in a hotel for a decade. In 1920, Lucy married Clarence Hicks in Silver City, New Mexico, and then moved to California. In Oxnard, she continued to work as a domestic, but she also saved her money, purchased property near the center of town, and operated a brothel. Lucy divorced Hicks in 1929. They were married for 9 years. In 1944, she married Reuben Anderson, a soldier stationed at Mitchell Field on Long Island, New York. When it was discovered that Lucy was biologically male, the Ventura County District Attorney decided to try her for perjury. According to the district attorney, she had committed perjury when she signed the application for a marriage license, swearing that there were no legal objections to the marriage. Lucy challenged the authority of physicians who insisted that she was male. I defy any doctor in the world to prove that I am not a woman, Anderson told reporters in the midst of her perjury trial. I have lived, dressed, and acted just what I am, a woman. A jury convicted her, but the judge placed her on probation for 10 years rather than send her to prison. Lucy had received allotment checks as the wife of a member of the U.S. Army. The federal government prosecuted both Reuben Anderson, who had to know, right? Like, she was married twice. So these men she was married to, they had to know, right? The federal government prosecuted both Reuben Anderson and Lucy Hicks Anderson for fraud in 1946, and both were found guilty and sentenced to prison. After her release from prison, Anderson tried to return to Oxnard, but the local police chief told her to leave town or risk prosecution. She lived the remainder of her life in Los Angeles, where she died in 1944. Lucy Hicks Anderson, a trans woman and socialite who found herself on trial for marrying a man and wearing women's clothes during Prohibition era America. Wow. Lucy Hicks Anderson was a pioneer in the fight for marriage equality. She spent nearly 60 years living as a woman, doing domestic work, and working as a madam. During the last decade of her life, she made history by fighting for the legal right to be herself with the man that she loved. Lucy Hicks Anderson. There's not, again, like I've said before, there's not very much on her. Like I said, especially with like the older, like the further back in history we go, it's like the less and less like records and documentation, and especially for women, and then especially like even like adding another layer for like trans women. But like this is amazing. Like this is incredible. Like this is someone that from the time that she was a child was literally like this is who I am. Was married twice, like. So thank you for whoever suggested Lucy Hicks Anderson. I defy any doctor in the world to prove that I am not a woman. I have lived, dressed, acted just what I am, a woman. Lucy Hicks Anderson, a pioneering trans woman and a hidden figure. Where, and especially like within the last year, like 2016 was like the year for like trans people. Like where are all these fucking white mainstream trans people talking about Lucy Hicks Anderson? Where are they at? Where they at? Point them out. Oh, they're not there, right? Hidden figures. So thank you for who suggested her. I really, really appreciate it. There will be links in the description box. They will be limited because there's not very much information. So, of course, if you guys know any more about this woman, please leave comments. Food for thought as always. See you guys next time. Day 15, Hidden Figures is the 15th, right? 16th. Day 16. I'm losing track of time. Hidden Figures. Peace.